Hey, Shani.
Hey!
I'm not John or Dan.
You are not. And it's just the two of us. It's just the two of us.
Shani and
yes.
MJ, the S&M show.
Yes. Wait, well, maybe we'll just make it the M&S.
I've been holding on to that one for a while just to say, hey.
Let's change it. Let's flip it.
Oh, we got to mute. I'm not John or Dan. Hold on. There we go.
You are not.
There we go. We're doubled. Sorry. Hey.
That's okay.
Hey. I've got I've got 12 feeds going, hey.
We're in stereo.
Okay, we should be back to one thing now. Too many screens running at once. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm not the normal person who does this. Hello, Jimmy. And Shani is. So
I don't know if I'm normal, but I am the person.
The regular.
I'm the regular person.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So John is in my town. He's in Chi-Town right now. He's not with me. He's with his family, but I'm actually going to hang out with him hopefully tomorrow. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. and Dan is with his family tonight. So you guys got us.
Who knows? Because we tried to do this before, and for those of you who followed us, we tried this before, and we had no sound before. So please let us know that you can hear us. I could tell by the way my own thing was feeding back that we are getting audio, so that's good. So we got some cool stuff tonight. I don't know where it's going to go to with just her and I. We can tangent really.
I got 5 on it. Might turn into something else.
Hey, I'm not part of that, but hey.
Saying.
I'm not going to go into story. No, this was a story that was just totally not about that, but it was about that, so I'm not going to do that. But it is just you and I tonight, and we do have people in the chat. I just want to make sure everybody hears us, make sure everyone there can hear us, that we are loud and clear.
Yeah, if you guys are having technical difficulties with us, let us know, because if anybody knows from before, we had to do our little dance party a couple times when it was just the two of us.
It was 20 minutes of us doing.
I had to break it down. You guys had to pick out what dances I was doing. Yeah, it's kind of funny. Yeah.
Oh, you sent you. We do have 5 topics as always.
Yes.
And you sent me the list. Don't share them yet.
But
I looked at them and I'm like, all 5 of them are single episode shows. They're all huge.
They are. I know. And because we didn't have the show last week, some of them are a little bit old, but I wanted to incorporate some of them for some people that didn't really know about some of the things. But before we hit the 5 topics, maybe we do a little something from our sponsors.
Yes, is all the shows here on Disc Jockey News. We want to thank our sponsors. They really bring us a lot and make it happen. I mean, and it's if you guys get a chance to, below in the show notes, click on the links, go to their web pages, check them out, purchase things, tell them you saw them here on our shows, here on Disc Jockey News, and I would really appreciate that. But we're going to be right back after this very brief message. Tonight's DJNTV show is sponsored in part by Electro Voice, DJ Event Planner, ADJ, NLFX Professional, Promo Only, and DJNTV Insiders. And we're back again. Go check out the sponsors. A lot of really awesome stuff there. If you have any questions about the sponsors, ask us another time. Not tonight. No.
Or in the Hangout afterwards.
In the Hangout. We will have the Hangout. I will get the link for that here in a bit in the show notes below. But in the meantime and in between time, and if you can tell me what song that comes from, In the chat, that's an old. I do these old. I do old
Tell us
references.
to hang out.
I do these old references versus young references, and that's an old reference, and that's enough of that reference. So, Shani,
yes, I got five on it.
What five do you have on us
All right,
on it tonight?
so number one, Pioneer does it again. I kind of feel like they're like Apple. They're just popping out some iPhones left and right. So Pioneer came out with their DDJ 400. Which kind of cool. It's like, for those people that are kind of like, hey, I kind of want a basic controller. I don't know what to get. This is kind of like a really cool record box, small controller, I think, for people to try out. The price is right, which I actually had to make sure. I went on like 4 websites, MJ, to make sure I had the right price. Because at first I thought like maybe it was in pounds. Then I thought maybe it was in liras. Then I thought maybe it was in pesos or something. But the price of the 400, if I get this right, let me make sure I'm right, MJ. $250.
$250, and it has some unique things with it for the beginners too.
So it's a 2-channel. For those that don't know, this is the smaller one. It is a 2-channel small record box controller, which is really cool for people that want to learn record box compared to like the bigger controller that came out.
It is going to run on all of them. I promise you.
Right.
Yeah. And it has something that's unique for the Serato users. I want to throw this out here real quick. I thought it was neat.
Yeah.
For those of you who's virtual, we know that we can pick whatever sound card we want, but Serato kind of leaves you stuck with one. They have made this one so that you can run it because it's a practice one. Like you said, it's a good learner where you can have the audio in your headphones for cueing and the audio that would be hearing if you don't own speakers, because beginner DJs don't own speakers, will come out of the computer speakers. So you can actually have that live and think for the beginning. And I thought that's something that no one has thought of doing prior to that. Even though they have a zillion of them, that's the first one they thought of doing that way. Yeah,
so I mean that's really cool. And for anyone else, they kind of did it like a little club style, so it mirrors the Nexus system.
Yeah.
So if anybody knows the Nexus system, it really mirrors what the Nexus system is. That I thought it was really cool because it is a little small controller. It does have one mic output.
Less than 5 pounds.
Yeah,
that blew my mind. I'm like, what the heck?
Talk about a travel controller. I mean, talk about honestly putting it in your backpack and it weighing less than probably your hard drive, one of your big hard drives, or even like the Serato box or anything else. It really is a great controller. One mic input, which I believe is 1/4 inch.
Correct.
The outs are RCA. They're not XLR, but again, it's a small controller. So I mean, it's a very small controller. So it's that. But it's, dedicated cue buttons, stuff like that, some really cool effects and everything. So for a small unit, it has the bells and the whistles. It's definitely a controller that if anybody asks you guys, hey, I'm just starting out, what kind of small controller should I look at, instead of saying, hey, look at the SB or look at the SR, if they're looking into a record box, this definitely is a controller for them to look at.
Yeah.
So that is the DDJ 400 that just came out late June, and you definitely can start ordering it and getting it. It's cool.
I did a video on it, so if you want to go into Disc Jockey News' YouTube page, there's one there on that, and there's other videos out there, not just mine, but good one. We're 2 months away from the expo, and that little one, believe it or not, got me excited about what possibly also could follow. So yeah, good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. So number two, everybody knows who Shaq is. Shaq, the basketball player. Shaq, who can't shoot free throws. Well, I don't know if anyone knows this. And again, this is one of those superstars who is a DJ. Shaq is going on his first DJ tour. And for those who are like, oh God, here goes another one another one that's going on a tour. Shaq actually has been DJing since he's been 14 years old. So he has been in the game. He's been DJing since, when he was a kid, through his LSU days, through his NBA days. And he's doing a 15-date tour called the Summer of Shaq. And the reason why he did this was back in March, during Miami Music Week, he decided to do a big old party that he hosted. And he actually had Diplo, Steve Aoki, and 8-Track part of the party. And it was such a huge success. And he had so much fun doing it. And it was such a great turnout that he's like, you know what? I want to go on tour with this. And I want to invite some of my friends like those guys and do the Summer of Shaq and really show people that I can DJ, and I just want to have it fun, and I want to do carnival rides, and I just want to have, I don't have midgets and stuff like that, and just do craziness. So he is doing the Summer of Shaq coming to a city near you.
You're not going to look for Shaq, DJ Shaq. You're going to look for DJ Diesel.
Yes,
which that was everybody was talking about. Like, what's he going to call him? You know, which it's again, he's always been that. He's Shaq Diesel. He's always been that. But he actually, I've seen him on NBA TV, the show that he does there with all the guys, and he'll just be off in the corner on certain segments.
DJing. He's got his computer, he's leaning over.
Oh, it's so funny because I have a nephew that's like 6'3",
so big,
and at 6'3", he bends way over, and Shaq's 7'1" or 7'2", and it's like I can't even imagine, like he can't go into any DJ booth without like help with rides. I mean, because otherwise he'd be like a question mark DJing the whole night. You know,
I'm sure he goes to the chiropractor. I'm sure he's got one on speed dial because the way he DJs, he's got to. Yeah, so it's a Summer of Shaq, 15 dates starting out of Miami.
Is he coming to your town?
He is not, which is weird. I mean, especially in summer. I mean, there's so much going on in Chicago in summer. We have so many festivals that, I don't know why. I wanted to kiki to him. I don't know why. I wanted to, do a little kiki to him.
Maybe the winter tour. Maybe the winter tour.
He'll swing through. I don't know. We'll see.
Funny.
All right, so number three, actually, I was going to talk about on the last show that we didn't have, which was a whole viral thing. So anyone that was all over social media would have seen this and then freaked out, but then didn't know if they really saw it. But then the backstory came, and then the other story came. Don't know the truth. Don't know if it was a lie. Don't know what's happening. So the electric slide came into the news out of the clear blue. And if you don't know if you're thinking like, oh, did Migos come out with like the electric slide? No, we are talking the old school electric boogie, electric slide. So we are talking that song. And for those that were not around social media and were under a rock, it came out that all of a sudden out of the clear blue, they interviewed Neville Bunny Whaler Livingston, and he said the electric slide is about a vibrator.
He actually is saying both, because he said
here's
recently.
My question. Before I get to the second part of the story.
Okay.
Before I get to the second part of the story, when that came out and then that got all over the internet, here's my question, especially for everybody in the chat room. Here is my question, and for the people on YouTube, here's my question for you guys. For those people that have that feeling about hip hop songs and other songs that are sexually orientated and things like that, that say, I'm against playing those type of songs, and I don't like even the clean versions, I don't like playing. Now that you quote unquote, before I get to the second part of the story, when this came out and the person who made this song is saying all over the internet, the electric slide, electric boogie, the old school dance that Aunt Jean requests at the wedding.
It's electric.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. And now you know it's quote unquote about a vibrator. You know, you can see it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie. You gotta feel it. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop right there. Would you still play it at your parties if you were against those type of songs, or are you like, oh, it's electric slide, it's okay? So that is my question, everybody in the chat room, because of those people that were always saying like, I don't play those hip hop songs from those artists that talk about sexual type stuff and talk about this, because now this song supposedly is about a vibrator. And that's even worse. because now you're thinking about all the words. Oh, it's shaking. It's electric.
Makes me think of the old 80s song, Turning Japanese. For those of you who don't know that one,
Right.
Follow along. Maybe you don't. Go ahead.
So that came out, internet, Facebook, everything, Twitter went crazy. Went crazy with him, with the story. And then about
keep in mind, he's 71 years old. Keep that also in mind.
Yeah, like they found him in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Like on an island in Jamaica, they found him. He's like, oh, yeah, this song, I'm surprised it took you this long to figure it out. I wrote it. It's about a vibrator. Yeah. So then all of a sudden, a couple days later, it comes out that false allegations. It is not about a vibrator. It was never about a vibrator. Don't know where anybody got that. He even came out and said, I didn't say that to anybody. The song is inspired by Eddie Grant's Electric Avenue. Marsha Griffin would never, I would never sing about a vibrator. Like, why would this happen? So it just is back to the normal song, but it just, had me thinking that if it actually was about something like that for all of those DJs that are so against the hip hop songs that are out now that say, oh, I would never play this song, I would never play that song, would you still play Electric Slide at your parties if it was about something like that? Because you were saying that you wouldn't play the hip hop songs. Just something to, something to think about. But yes, he then eventually came out and was like, I never said that. It was inspired by Eddie Grant, Electric Avenue. Why would it be like that? And then, Marsha Griffin was like, no, I wouldn't sing about something like that. So that was just a little funny for all the DJs. I thought, like on social media, that everybody was like, oh my God, look what this is. Look at this. Look at that.
I want to point out something about this song that makes me happy that we live in the day that we live in. Because when it came out, I bought the whole album. Love the song, okay? It's the only song on the freaking album that even comes close to sounding like that. The rest of the album is so different than that song. It's like I just spent a full album price for a single song. I will never play anything but that. And it's unique that it has had such a life over so many years. And this, I'm going to call it. Even if he did, I'd probably still play it. Even though I'm not against it, because like to me, it's not about, in my mind, even if I have to pretend in my own mind.
I would laugh. If it was, I would laugh now every time I play it. Yeah. I would just laugh now.
Oh, because what's the one song that talks about you won't need your vibrator? Was it Wobble or Cupid Shuffle that says that?
It's not Cupid Shuffle. I don't think Cupid would sing about that.
Go ahead. I'm gonna. It's one of those two that says.
It's probably Wobble.
Because my clean version has it bleeped out. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it's Wobble. I'm gonna say Cupid would not do that because Cupid told me the whole story on how he wrote the song. He told me at Mobile Beat like how his song came out and how he wrote it, and he definitely didn't say anything about that part. So yeah, Jimmy said Wobble.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Wobble too.
Yeah.
But also at the beginning of Wobble, they're talking about stuff, so I definitely would say it's Wobble. Yeah. But again, like I said, that goes in the same category as people who say, I don't play these type of songs. I don't play this. I don't play that. But if it is a requested song that is always like on that hot list of this is one of those go-to songs, are you going to turn around and say to your client, I don't play the song because it's about a vibrator? If it really was. Again, we found out it's not, but it's just something to think about. Where maybe you have to start putting your feelings aside and really go with what the client wants. That's a little something right there. All right.
Good one.
Number 4.
Good one. That was a good one. Yeah.
Number 4. The Beatles. The Beatles, for you youngins that are watching, and we love that our youngins are watching the show. The Beatles are relevant again, and they're relevant because of carpool karaoke. And we love James Corden, who does his carpool karaoke with these artists. And he did it with Paul McCartney. And all of a sudden, because he did that, the Beatles songs are now back on the Billboard charts. And I think it's awesome. And, again, because of something on a TV show or a movie or social media these songs come back and they hit the charts, just like how, again, I talked about the 2 movies that are coming out. And I talked about how, the Queen movie is going to be coming out and you guys are going to start getting requests. So get ready for those requests. And Howie and all of them are saying, I've been getting requests for Queen already. And you got to be relevant to what's going on social media and what's going out in the public. And that's why people need to watch the show, because we let you know what's 5 of 5 right there. So the Beatles, Carpool Karaoke, Paul McCartney did an incredible Carpool Karaoke. And he sang he actually has a new album that came out, and he sang one of his singles from it. But I don't think people really cared more about the new stuff than they did about him singing the old Beatles songs, because those were classics. And he sang Let It Be, which is funny. So Let It Be debuted at number 18 on the Hot 100 Billboard chart in 1970. It is now back on the Hot 100 Billboard chart.
What number? I haven't even looked. I'm trying to.
It's just, it's low. And the reason why it's low is because of what number 5 is going to, number 5, if I got 5 on it, is going to be the reason. But that's
still impressive. That's how many years? Because I'm not going to do the math from 71.
1970 is when it debuted. It went up from there,
yeah.
But 1970 is when it debuted. And a couple of the other songs from the Beatles are also now on the Hot 100 chart because of that Carpool Karaoke, and because, he's a genius. He, with the Carpool Karaoke, he's getting the young viewers watching James Corden. So he's getting the young crowd watching his show, and they're like, oh, who's this old guy, Paul McCartney? Is he new? Let me listen to his songs. And look what happened. Songs are streaming. People are downloading it. People are now listening to his songs, and it's not the older people, it's the younger people. So they're listening to it. You might start getting requests for, hey, can you do the sing-along song, Let It Be? Can you play this? Can you play that? So you might be getting more of that in the next couple weeks. Just be aware, because of stuff like this. You guys got to be aware of what's going on the charts. And talking about what's going on the charts,
this one's just...
We're going to hit number 5. And number 5, again, for those that are living under a rock, Drake dropped his Scorpion double album. The A side has 12 songs. The B side has 13 songs. And as of this week, every single song is on the Hot Billboard 100. Every song. Boom. Drake, man, I'm telling you, 5 of his songs are on the top 10. 5 of them. Nice for What is back at number 1, MJ. Nice for What is back at number 1. Nonstop is at number 2. God's Plan is at number 4. In My Feelings, number 6. You Go Kiki. You Go Kiki, number 6. All you Kikis out there in my feelings. Number 7 is I'm Upset. Number 8, Emotionless. And number 9, for those that don't know, this is very, very interesting. Number 9, Don't Matter to Me is a duet. You guys ready for this? Those who have not been following the Drake album, is a duet with Michael Jackson. So as of right now, Michael Jackson is back on the Hot 100 list at number 9. He rose from the ground, and not the Walking Dead style. Just saying. He's at number 9. It's a cool duet. It's kind of like Love Never Felt So Good, the one with like Justin Timberlake. Yeah. He did it that way. So Drake is like, the stream, like if you look at everything that happened with this album, he has hit so many record-breaking things with streaming and top 100s.
I was going to drop a few of those if it's okay.
Oh, go drop it if you got to drop it, because that's like a whole hour show right there.
The first album ever to stream 1 billion times in 1 week. He also set some U.S. Streaming things.
Yeah.
On Spotify, you went through the numbers. I'm going to mention them, but they're going to be easier than what you mentioned.
Yeah.
Drake, 1 through 13.
Yep.
Okay. 14 and 15 are someone else. 16 through 20, back to Drake. 21, someone else. 22, 23, Drake. 24, someone else. 25, 26, 27, Drake.
I told you, that's what I'm saying, guys. He's got 25, 12 songs A side, 13 songs B side, and they're all on the top 100. And this just dropped last week. Yeah. So just think about the summer. It's the numbers are just going to keep going up. Just going to keep going up.
If you had to pick one that you think is going to spike for this summer.
I'm going to right now in my feelings is going to hit because Kiki is going to, Kiki's going to get her dance on right now. Kiki's going to love everybody.
Yeah.
Kiki, do you love me? And if no one knows what I'm talking about, if you guys do not know what I'm talking about right now, you are not in the know right now, people. If you do not know who Kiki is and you do not know if she loves you or not, you got to be in the know. Because In My Feelings is only at number 6. So In My Feelings is going to hit number 1. You know it is. Right now, it's the whole viral thing going on. I don't know one actor, basketball player, superstar that has not dropped a video for In My Feelings yet. I mean, I've seen some of those videos and I was like, did he just drop that video? Why did he do it?
You want your mind to be blown? Go and download the app Musically.
I'm going to drop it In My Feelings
and
video. Maybe I'll have John. Maybe I'll do it with John. I think I should have John do a little Kiki, Do You Love Me?
That would be funny.
Yeah.
But go just download. If you don't know what the app Musically is, go download the app Musically and see how many videos are on there of that. It's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys really, that's why you watch this show. I'm telling you what's hot. But yeah, I mean, Drake, I think In My Feelings is going to jump up. I definitely think I'm Upset is going to jump up. And I think some of the other ones that are brand new that haven't even hit the top 10 are going to jump up. And those are just the normal, Drake's got it right now. He definitely has it. Yeah, so that's your top 5 for the week, guys.
That was a good top 5. That was each one of those could have been their own show.
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean,
when
that's
you sent me this, I'm like, how are we
to
going to get through 5 of them? But we did.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep you guys up in the know, so you guys are as cool as us.
Shani raises my coolness factor. That's all I can say.
Whatever.
Just some dude.
So what we're gonna do for you guys that even are new or aren't new is we're gonna drop the link so you guys can come hang out and be cool. And hang out with us, ask us questions, converse, talk, chill, kind of like how at a DJ conference when you're in the hallways and stuff like that. And you get to kind of hang out with us and we all get to gather in our Zoom link and talk. If you don't want to be on the screen, you don't have to. You could just come in and be in the dark like a ninja, but still kind of chat like you're chatting in the YouTube and stuff. So we're going to drop those links everywhere. And please
grab the right one. I hope I grab her. Check in the show notes below. If it's the right one, it'll be there. If it's the wrong one, refresh because I'm going to hunt
let
for
us
it.
know.
Yeah, because John sent me a couple.
Text us or whoever has my number. Text Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, anything. Hit me on one of my social medias and let us know and be like, yeah, MJ didn't give us the right one.
Yeah, because he did not give me the right one because the one he gave me. Can you
just give him the one that give him the one that we're in.
I can do that, yeah.
Yeah, just give him the one that we're in.
Yeah, because the one he gave me actually leads to something totally different.
Okay, give him the one that we're in. Okay. So give him the one that just give him the one that we're in.
Guys, I'm sorry about this. He sent me the link and I didn't even look at it. I'm just like, of course it's going to be right. And it actually leads to this video.
David, yes, So we're gonna give you our personal Zoom link. So you're gonna be cool tonight, and you're gonna come into our Zoom link.
Don't be rude, because I will pimp slap your mama.
And MJ's gonna make me co-host in it. So yeah. So we're gonna end the show. We're gonna end the recording part of it right now. So we'll see you guys in 2 seconds.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out with the two of us.